Previously on Truly Bedrock. Now, I have also noticed that there's a couple of new shops over here. Wait, what's Slates? Smurf, what are you guys doing? What are you doing?
Oh.
We're just here.
What?
We're having a wrestling match.
Yeah.
What is?
I'm currently losing.
Oh. What is this?
Oh.
Okay. There's murder. Why did Slates murder Smurf? Did Slates and Smurf build a shop without Alien? And will Smurf ever get his stuff back? Wait, hang on. Just cut that out and play the video. Jeez. Did you guys build a shop, a blue shop without me?
About that. Well,
Think of something.
You see, well, maybe there might be a chance that we might have forgotten you.
Wow.
However, we would like to bring you on, right, Smurf? Right? Yeah. This is we were making. Why is it raining? We were making an invitation. It was gonna be. It was. Yeah. No.
Like a surprise.
It was a surprise. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. No. That was it. That was it exactly. Yes.
Of course.
Surprise! We've made a blue shop where we're gonna sell everything blue. So as you can see, we have blue stuff. Currently, we've made no profits. However, we haven't done any advertising or campaigning or anything.
Okay.
And also, there's still a lot more stuff we have to set up. This is only the start of our plan. We have a huge plan here, right, Smurf?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yes. Step 1: make Alien head of marketing.
Yes.
I can do that. I can do marketing. Yes.
Good.
I will leave blue in everybody's bases, and they'll all know to come and buy more from the shop because they'll love it so much.
See, this is exactly it. This is exactly why we need you. That's so smart.
This was the plan from day one.
Yeah. No, that's exactly.
Of course, I'm sure it was.
We did not forget you whatsoever.
Yeah. Also, I can't help but notice, like, everything here is 1 diamond, and there's 3 of us. So, like, how are we gonna split a diamond?
Well, let me show you. How convenient you bring that up. Come to the Blue HQ.
To the Blue HQ. Sorry.
Magic. Having too much fun with your soundboard, are you there? Well, Mr. The Alien Marketing Doctor, as you can see here in the Blue HQ, the Blue headquarters, we have 3 chests. One that clearly says Aliens Diamonds.
Why is that
See, we didn't forget about you.
Wait, I think I might have put this in here myself, actually.
We've made profits.
Yeah.
I think I ran out of inventory space.
Let's go.
Well,
okay,
I mean, that explains that.
Seriously, don't put stuff in these chests because these are the sacred chests. Each time somebody goes to pick up the diamonds that we definitely are making from the shop, we split the diamonds into 3 because all numbers divide by 3, and we put them evenly into the chests. If there is 1 or 2 diamonds left over after dividing into 3, you put them in your chest because you were the one that picked up the diamonds.
So what you're saying is I need to AFK at the shop so I always get the diamonds.
Oh.
But before we do that, there's something else we need to do. Because I need XP. You see, XP is something everybody needs. UP, IP, and XP. And everybody knows what one of the best sources of XP is on Bedrock Edition. It is, of course, a Guardian farm. Like the one Mr. Lizard has built over here. So in today's episode, we're going to build a Guardian farm. However, this is not going to be any old Guardian farm. You see, I've actually claimed this wonderful monument for myself for my future base location. However, because I'm completely a professional, I haven't actually planned out exactly how I want my base to look like. So there's a good chance I may just build this Guardian farm and then have to tear it all down to make it work with my base design. So in today's episode, I want to build a temporary starter Guardian farm that you could probably build on day 1. Now, conveniently, I do happen to already have a farm designed that does exactly that. So this is my early game Guardian farm tutorial. Basically, it just takes a single spawn spot and pushes the Guardians into Trident Killers, as you can see here. Now, we are going to be making a couple of adjustments to this thing when we build in the actual world, but for the most part, this is the plan. Now, one of the big adjustments that we're going to be making is I'll probably end up utilizing, like, multiple spawn spots. So we'll just pick, like, 4 in the corner that are close together and kind of just use both of these. But otherwise, the farm is, like, basically exactly the same as what we're going to build. As you can see, it's got an XP delivery system, and it uses trident killers so we can get looting 3. This is essentially the same design as Slack's farm, but it uses a different trident killer, and instead of making the guardians fall down, we are actually just killing them here and then bringing the loot up, because I really don't want to have to mine and drain part of this monument. Now, of course, the first step to any Guardian farm is actually raiding it and getting rid of the stupid Elder Guardians. So I've got a couple of things here. I actually don't have, like, basically any gunpowder, so I can only afford 2 TNT, but I'm sure that'll be fine. We've got a ton of milk here and also a boat as well. And it's just occurred to me it's probably a good idea to grab some obsidian so that we can actually make a portal out there. Now, the only thing that I'd like that I currently do not have is a conduit. You can see in one of these chests that I actually have plenty of Nautilus shells to go ahead and make a conduit. All I need is the Heart of the Sea. And 1 Heart of the Sea acquired, along with a potion of water breathing, which will be pretty helpful in the beginning, and also regen. Not too bad. Also, this was literally right next to Tetris Town. Very, very convenient. And now that we have ourselves a conduit, it's finally time to raid that monument. And there we go. We have arrived at the monument. Now, one other thing I have brought is a bed, because it seemed like a pretty good idea to bring one. Okay, so now we need to grab ourselves the TNT and the redstone block. And what we should be able to do is go ahead and place the TNT here, surround it in blocks, and then the redstone one on top. And boom, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, and we even got the redstone block back. Very nice. And there should be an Elder Guardian somewhere around here, I think. No, that's not an Elder Guardian. That is a regular Guardian. Oh, yay, I found one. Okay, hello there. It is time for you to be smacked with my sword. There we go. That is 1 Elder Guardian gone. Wonderful, wonderful. And the sponge will have that. Thank you very much. So I actually ended up just breaking a hole in there and managing to find that one pretty easily. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm pretty terrible at remembering the actual layout of these things. But I think we can just break in another one at the side here. I'm not sure. Let's find out. Okay, cool. And we are in. Is there another one around here? Yes, there is. Perfect. And goodbye to you. So I've killed 2. But sometimes in Bedrock Edition, they glitch out and only generate with 2. Because I'm like pretty sure that the other one's meant to be at the top here and it just isn't there. So I'm going to drink some milk and see what happens. Okay, milk has been drank, and so far I am not getting the mining fatigue effect back. So I think this one was one of the ones that just generate with only 2, which is definitely a Bedrock Edition bug. But I suppose that makes my life easier, so I can't really complain. Anyway, we now have ourselves the conduit set up right in the middle there. I just need to add a couple more blocks and we should get the full power. And there we go. Now that the eye is open, it means the conduit is running out full power. So the next step is to block off all of the Guardian spawn spots. There are 25 different spawn spots in an ocean monument in total. We only need 4 of them. Now, conveniently, Mad Hatter has a resource pack that actually makes this very, very easy. So that should be all of the spawn spots that we need to block off. And the way to block them off is to just simply place all of the blocks in these columns so that there's nowhere for them to spawn. As not too long later, I have gone ahead and filled in all of the spawn spots. So as you can see, there are no guardians in this area anymore because there's no way they can spawn. Now, in terms of exactly which spawn spots we're going to be using for today's farm, I think we're probably going to be using these 4 in the corner. We're definitely using one of the corner ones. I don't think it matters too much which one we use. Although now that I think about it, this corner is actually closer to 0, which means we'll have to travel less distance in the Nether. So let's go ahead and use this one. It's the little things that matter, okay? So the plan is to build 4 trident killers in total and then flush all of the XP and drops to a central system, which will then go up to the AFK spot, giving us all the XP and all of the loot. I just dropped my... So I think the first thing I should probably do for this farm is actually build a nether portal so we can have easy transportation. And it's probably a smart idea to build the nether portal at the AFK spot, which is at Y100 at this spot I'm building up at now. So somewhere around here should be the correct AFK spot according to my creative copy of this world. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a little platform up here. And of course, in typical me fashion, we will not be filling in the corners. Now, there's a pretty good chance that this is going to link to somebody else's portal because I think Slack's base is quite nearby. Can confirm it has linked to somebody else's portal. This is probably Slack's portal. Okay, I panicked then because I came back through the portal and heard a ghast. But don't panic, it is just this gas blaster. This is so cool, by the way. Look at this. This is awesome. Anyway, probably a good idea to get out of there before I break something. Well, anyway, after getting out of that situation, this should be the nether side portal for our nether portal. Now, it is literally in a lava lake, and that is actually the tunnel that leads to the raid farm as well, I think. So instead of building the farm out of this ugly netherrack, I think it would be a good idea to use some stone bricks. Luckily, I have loads of stone and even some stone bricks left over from when we built the iron raid farm. So I'm now going to go ahead and like remove all of the netherrack in that area and replace it with stone bricks. We'll probably keep these pillars netherrack for now because they're only temporary anyway, so it doesn't really matter what they look like. So I've built up these spawn trenches, if you like, now. So the spawn spots are in each corner of these trench-like things. There'll be running water, which we might as well go in and add in now. That will then push the Guardian into the trapdoor trident killer. This is the same design as the one we used in the raid farm. There'll be a minecart there, which it will sit in. It will die from the trapdoor trident killer. Its drops and XP will get dropped in these water streams, which will eventually be linked up with a bubble column that will take all the XP and all the drops to the top up there. So I think I'm probably going to end up just draining this small section purely because then we can add in all the redstone and stuff. But yeah, this is kind of like the skeleton for the farm, if you like. Now we've just got to add in the intricacies. Oh dear, it would appear I've done something wrong because we have some escaped guardians. No clue how that happened. I'm wondering if they actually fell in there. No, because they wouldn't be able to get out. What? How is that possible? Maybe we need to like fill in the corners. Like the corners aren't fill in, so maybe we do that. That'll stop them from spawning. That's so weird. Okay, it would appear that adding in the corners has fixed everything. As you can see, all 4 of those spawn spots now have guardians in, so I can continue building the farm without risk of death. Well, actually, that's a lie. The guardians are spawning, which means there is a risk of death. You know what? Maybe we should block off the spawn spots until we're done. And I've gone ahead and added in the minecarts now, so all we need for this trident killer to actually function properly is some tridents. I've also added in the soul sand here, which will, of course, be used for the bubble elevator once we eventually put that in. And as you can see, I've drained out a small area here, which is where we'll be putting the very small amount of redstone for this farm. Now, one thing I have forgotten to do is put water and these bubble columns. There we go. So I do only have 2 tridents spare, but I'm thinking we actually go ahead and steal the tridents from the raid farm, purely because we've got an absolute ton of ominous bottles from this farm now that we're not going to need to run the lower trident killers that often, so we might as well just use these tridents. Also, I'm going to go ahead and put mending on these 2 because I really don't want them to break again. So I've actually gone ahead and put mending on all the tridents, and these 2 also have impaling 5. I've ran out of emeralds to get more impaling 5 books, and I've ran out of XP to put impaling 5 on this trident. So for now, 2 of them will and 2 of them won't, and it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, that is literally all the redstone we need for the trident killers. So all we should need to do now is actually throw the tridents into the trident killers. Hang on a minute, I've missed a step. No one panic, I have missed a step. I completely forgot to waterlog these trapdoors. If we do that, then we will get the impaling 5 effect on the tridents. Okay, now we should be able to go ahead and throw in the tridents like so. And now if we turn on the trident killer and fly up to the AFK spot, we should see some guardians spawn and get brutally murdered. Well, you know what? There's probably better phrasing for that, but anyway. Beautiful. Okay, guardians have indeed spawned and are getting killed. And you can, of course, see all of that XP getting caught into that bubble column over there. It does look like we're getting a small amount of XP getting trapped on the end of that trapdoor, but I don't think that's a huge issue. In my testing, most of the XP ends up in the bubble column. So now all we need to do is build the storage. But before we work on that, I think we should do some marketing for the blue shop. Now, I've actually already done a little bit of my marketing strategy. On the previous live stream, I went ahead and turned adequate sign to blue and yellow because, you know, I figured just randomly turning things blue is a pretty good advertisement for the blue shop. And I think that's my plan going forward, to just turn random things blue on the server because, you know, it's the blue shop. It's the perfect advertisement, if you ask me. So previously on another stream, I went ahead and turned JC's eyes red over here, but without going to turn them blue because we got to stick to this marketing strategy. Now, the second target for my advertising campaign is Geol Girl. Now, this does mean we're going to need to take basically all the warped stems from, well, the blue shop, but it's okay. I'll restock them. I need them for marketing purposes, okay? Now, Geol's area is already looking reasonably blue with the copper over here, although it's more of a... I can't actually remember what you call that color, but it's a color anyway. But my plan is to basically just turn one of these, or maybe both of them, completely blue. Now, Geol is evidently showing off because this is built out of jungle logs, which is, well, quite expensive. So I don't think we'll do the entire build blue. Maybe we'll just do the AFK fish farm, seeing as I did help her build it. I think this will be a lot more manageable to turn blue. And after not too long at all, Geol's AFK fish farm house thingy has been turned blue. So we're just using warped wood to obviously make it blue. And I think this is a pretty good reminder that she should shop at the blue shop. And the final thing for this prank is a little advertisement. So the sign just says buy blue from the blue shop. Hopefully that gets the message across. I have left her all of the original resources in here so she can obviously replace things. Beautiful. Or should I say bluetiful? Oh, really? There's a parrot on my shoulder? Nuh-uh. I've already done this in one SMP. We are not doing this in another. Go away. We're getting out of there as fast as we can. So I think that's all for the mini pranks in this episode. I think we're going to do some more in the upcoming episodes. But the final thing I'd like to do is change my skin to blue alien. This seems like the perfect advertisement for the blue shop if I just make myself even more blue. But anyway, if you want to see some more of those pranks, you'll have to check out the future episodes. So don't forget to subscribe, or else. Well, as you can see behind me, I have built some storage for this farm. The bad news is I forgot to record any clips for it. The other bad news is I've actually built it all wrong anyway. Also, we're not getting the XP. I guess maybe if we stand here, we'll get the XP. Then I think we'll end up picking up the items as well. But yeah, we've literally got to completely rebuild this storage system, because it's all wrong. Also, I logged out and left the farm on, so the trident killers have now broken themselves. Although they haven't broken the minecart, which is nice. Sometimes they drop through and break the minecart. So I guess now all I need to do is remove this storage system and build it actually properly. I thought something like this would work, but it turns out that we basically need to switch around the ice and the hoppers. So yeah, I'm a pro. Anyway, it actually shouldn't be too hard to fix, I don't think. I'm also curious about the exact spot I could AFK. I'm hoping if I just stand here, I'll pick up the XP and not the items. No, okay, we're picking up the items. And I'm guessing it doesn't matter which corner we're in. Yeah, we're just getting the items anyway. Oh man, I was really hoping that would be a good way for us to get XP. But you can see there a ton of XP coming up in through the item stream. Oh my goodness, that is quite a lot of XP. And not too long later, I believe the actual storage system is done now. So I should just be able to add some water here like that. And break this piece of glass, replace that one. And there we go. The storage system is done. It is working. That prismarine got picked up. This is good news. So essentially what we have is just an absolute ton of chests with the pretty standard Bedrock Edition item filter. On the bottom here, we're going to be adding shulker boxes so that we can easily move some of these items in bulk. But we just have 3 for prismarine shards, 3 for the prismarine crystals. And then this end one is where fish will get sorted to. And we'll obviously put fuel in these smokers so that they'll actually get cooked. So whilst this is of course item storage, it is not XP storage. Right now our XP is sort of just gathering up at the end and probably right there from when I didn't place in the water. So we need to make a proper XP delivery system for this farm. Now I think the way we're going to do that is just wrap the water stream around here and then just sort of make the XP drop down. I'm also thinking we could have a trapdoor that also stops the XP from coming out, so it could literally be like a little XP bank type thing. So it turns out I don't think we're actually going to need to make any sort of a dedicated item delivery. We can just stand here. The fence post aligns us to all the XP. So as you can see, we're getting all the XP, not any of the drops. And there is still some XP there that I left from earlier. But yeah, this is probably the best way to do the XP. Now, ideally, there'd be a way to hold the XP here and let all the drops just carry on going. Because the only issue is if we obviously move away, then the XP is going to go past. but I don't know. I don't think it's the end of the world. So I'm just going to leave it how it is for now, and maybe we'll take a look at changing it in the future. And I was just about to end the video when I believe I have made a discovery. So as I mentioned earlier, we're getting a little bit of XP building up here in the water. Now, if we go ahead and actually remove the water, you can see the XP does eventually drop down if it's not trying to be like, what do you call it when XP is trying to go into you? Anyway, if we get rid of the water, the XP will fall down and then go into the bubble stream. You can see if I get rid of this one and then walk away, the same will happen. So what I'm thinking is we have a little dispenser system that every so often just gets rid of the water so that then the XP and any items that get stuck in the water can drop down. We're not getting like a ton of XP blocked there, but it's certainly an amount of XP that could, of course, be coming up here to the top. And not too long later, I have gone ahead and made a second, much slower redstone clock that basically keeps powering this dispenser and then unpowering it. And not too long later, I've made a secondary redstone clock over here. Basically, what this is doing is just removing and adding the water here. So sometimes it will get the impaling 5 effect and sometimes it won't. But that should mean the XP is being dropped down. Now, let's see. Yep, there we go. That looked like it got dropped down. Okay, cool, wonderful. In that case, I will say that the system is working, except for this one, which is because I forgot to add the redstone. Okay, brilliant. This is very good news. So now none of the XP should be getting trapped in these trapdoors. They should all be going up into the item stream and to the player AFK. Now, I've been AFK for approximately half an hour, so you can see we have an absolute ton of prismarine shards already. And I imagine we have quite a few crystals as well. Okay, interestingly, not as many crystals actually as shards, but still a pretty decent amount. And of course, we also have a whole lot of cooked cod, and in fact, we're probably overflowing. We're not? Wow, okay, that's a surprise. And more importantly, we have 113 levels. So with that, I want to say a huge thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe today to join the Alien Empire if you want to see more Truly Bedrock episodes from me. I'll see you in the next one. Come in very, very soon. Bye-bye.